So I'm not gonna worry about, I'm gonna just kind of eyeball where I want it to go on here. And I'm just gonna cut through all the way.
Are you on a bevel?
I am a little bit on a bevel, although it's the opposite bevel of what I need to put it on, I just realized. But I can't get up there like this. Here we go. Here she is. So here she is. And so this is going to go.
Now where on the whole,
I'm
you
gonna
cover the whole.
I'm gonna open this. So this is basically how it will look. This isn't a great RingJug, but this is basically how it will look when it's finished, is like this.
Yeah.
So I can look down here, I can see that hole.
Oh, that's what, yeah, all right,
Mhm.
all right.
And then I'm gonna take my needle tool and I'm gonna go around this.
Mhm.
I just push this gently down here. And then I'll take it off. Oops, knock it. Knife. And I'm gonna start where the hole is and cut through here
Oh.
and cut the opening. I wanna leave enough for the wall of the neck. You clean this edge. When you go back in, when it's all finished and somebody, wants to see how it's put together. I mean, I put my hands down in pots that I see all the time. And if it's got a heavy ridge, what that one might, then it's just feels kind of unfinished. Even for a decorative piece, you don't want to have it look, you want to have it be well crafted. And it's leather hard. And the piece that is going on is a little wetter. So I'm not going to have to use any slip. I'm just simply going to take my sponge, dip it in water, and just put a few little dots. I don't want it to run down, but I just put a few little dots of water here. Don't run down. And while I get this ready to be put on, the water will have seeped in enough to make that a nice little gooey. Gooey's good. Go gooey. Go gooey.
Did you pull that up?
I've been watching too much TV. What?
When you were
And it's a little stiff here where I dried it with a torch. It gets a little stiff. But this is nice and thick. And see how easy, see how gooey this is?
Mhm.
I can pull this out. And then do a little scratching. And I don't do too awfully much cross hatching. I have a tool that has several little prongs on it, several little teeth that I usually use, but who knows where it is right now. So, the shadow dude. Dip it in water. I find this is the easiest, to just dip it in water for a few seconds. And smooth it. Oh, I do like this side. Oh, I do like this side. For anybody who wants to know, I do like this side. I didn't think I would, but I kind of like, it almost fits like a little collar. I don't think I'm going to clean it up much. I kind of like seeing that these are two pieces. I mean, normally I would clean it so that you can't tell it's two pieces.
I like it like that.
But I like the fact it almost looks like a out of the Western. So this is basically it for this, except what's missing.
Little strappies.
Yeah, little strappies.
But don't you have to do something to the inside now?
Yes. Thank you, Harry. Yep, I do.
Well, she talked about it.
Mhm.
A couple of minutes.
The inside. There's a real, I can feel the inside of this goes down at a nice little curve,
Yeah.
but then it hits a jagged part. So all I'm gonna do is take my finger, and if you guys want to work on this, because it usually takes me a good half an hour to clean this up, my thumb is just about the right length.
It's
My
like
house
this
is,
and the wind's
Yeah.
blowing.
Yeah, just get one.
Yeah.
Do you have an older house?
Well, you know the neighborhood I live in.
That's right, so it'd be like Kevin's.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then mine's an older house, and part of it, the kitchen and the, sunroom don't have a basement underneath. So that makes a big difference, and then you come into the other part of the house and it does. That's what I heated downstairs, I can turn on heat.
One of the things I do is if I pull handles at the wheel, I turn my wheel off.
Try what?
I turn my wheel off, because my tendency is to sit here with my foot on the pedal and over
Yes.
here, and just because it's
Yep.
comfortable, and I can see me.
Yep.
Yep, it would get all of us. It would go around in circles.
Yes, it would.
Which wouldn't be a bad thing, it comes out in the wash.
I was thrilled with my beginning class because I have youngsters. I have people in their 20s, you know,
That's
and,
nice.
Yeah.
and it really feels good. I love all my students, but it's really nice to see them. And I asked the 17-year-olds, they still raise their hands when they ask a question.
Oh, wow, oh, I love it, I love it.
They've never brought anything to eat and drink into the studio. Everybody else is drinking and
Yeah.
having snacks, and they're just, they come in to learn, and they're very much like it's
Are
art
they
class.
still in school, Barbara?
They're seniors
Mhm.
at
That's
Columbia
what I
High
figured, yeah.
School.
Where are they? But,
Columbia.
Oh, Columbia,
School.
yeah,
Mhm.
good reputation.
I was gonna say, a lot of the students I work with never raise their hands. That's what I was gonna ask the same. Well, that shows you arts. They're in a whole different element,
Yeah.
and that's very exciting.
They're asked them, I said, how do you like taking classes in an adult place, you know, rather than a high school? And they really love it.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a different way.
So then this is going to be 2 handles. I'm going to lay it down. And then cut off the tail end that's not real. So now I've got pretty much the same thickness. And then lay this down here. So I have somewhat the same length. That helps them look the same. So probably, I'd say 3 inches. Anybody want to take a guess? 3. I'm just going to put a little water in each little place. Just a tiny bit. And because I just pulled those, I'm not going to worry about that. And then after I put the handles on here, the only thing I have to remember is this lip. So when I lay it down, I'm going to put it somewhere so it can lay off of a table. So I'm just going to take this.
Oh my.
Put it down just slightly before the crosshatch. Put my finger under it.
Okay. All right, now we know how to do that.
No, don't put it on your pants, Barbara.
That's what they're there for.
My washing machine broke last week, so I have to be a little bit more careful. Dennis said there was 85 cents in clay in the machine. What do
A lot of,
And then, you know, it's just a matter of cleaning up these handles a little bit. Pretty uneven, or unfinished now, but I'll go back and get all of this all cleaned up and here all cleaned up. But if I do it now, I'll mess up the handles even more. So there she is.